Music Access. Do we have any drivers among our MA fam? Let me see those hands. Wait. Let me ask again. Do we have any good drivers among our MA fam? Here's a question for those of you who answered yes to the two questions I just asked. What do you think is considered to be good driving? Is it driving smoothly, driving well through narrow spaces, or driving and finding your way around new places well? I'm sure everyone has different standards for what counts as good driving, and just the same, everyone has different standards about living a good life. But there's one thing that I wish everyone keeps as their standard, and that's following the rules that we should be keeping. We just heard Love Never Felt So Good by Michael Jackson, which was the first song we heard today on Saturday, August 22nd, 2015. What's up, Music Access family? I would consider myself a very decent driver, I'm a guy that, I love to drive. I don't have a driver's license, or rather, I don't have a car in Korea right now, which kind of prevents me from really, driving around and stuff. But when I was back in the States, I would consider myself a good driver, except for the fact that I pump my tunes super, super loud. But of course, that's just my style because, of course, I love listening to music. Now, okay, we're going to start the Saturday edition of Music Access, and we have our Saturday corner, My Text and Message, which is all about you. We're going to read your messages and listen to your song requests for the next 2 hours. And of course, we have our special Corner in Corner, My Text Message, during the first hour of our Saturday show, which is, of course, especially reserved for your text or social media messages. So for that corner, send me a text or SNS message that was the most memorable for you during the week or anytime, and I'll introduce it. The reason why we're doing this is because the messages that were memorable for you may also strike a chord with our other listeners as well. So send in the messages that you remember, short or long. You can send in the message itself, or you can tell us about how you got the message or why you sent a message too. We'll introduce those text messages briefly before moving on to your other messages and letters for my message, which will go on during the rest of the show. My text message will be short and special, and all the other messages that we receive will be introduced during my message all the way up to the end of the second hour. Now here's how you can listen and participate. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also listen to us by visiting our website www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. And of course, if you have any song requests for us, go ahead and continuously send those non-stop by posting a request on our message board under the title Request. Now, before we jump straight into my text and message, we'll check out two songs. We're going to listen to Clarity by Zed featuring Foxes, followed by Safe and Sound by Capital Cities. Reading your messages again and again, reading through the messages I sent again and again. The messages I wait for, the messages that make me laugh, the messages that are precious to me. My text message. Which messages were the ones that were the most memorable to you from the week gone by? The messages that you keep are the words from the person you want to keep close. And if you remember the messages that you sent, you probably spent a lot of time thinking about it before sending it. Our special Corner in Corner for Saturdays, My Text Message, is all about sharing the social media or text message that was the most memorable to you from the week gone by. It could have been a message that made you really happy or angry, or something that made you LOL, or a message that made you really frustrated. Let us know which message was the most memorable, and also share with us some of the messages that you keep saved in your mobile device and why. To write for our corner, just write my text on your message. And our first message comes from Sephora Luango from France, saying, "Hi Benji, bonjour. I am a high school student, one more year and I'll graduate. After high school, I want to go into a trading school, and there's this school that I absolutely want to go to. This school offers a program for 4 years, 2 years in France and 2 years abroad. To me, it would be 2 amazing years in Seoul. I want to go to Hanyang University as an exchange student, but the problem is I skipped grade 1 because I knew how to read. The results, I'll probably be underage when I graduate. This causes so many problems and make things really complicated. Anyways, I'll see you in Seoul, and I also wanted to ask you what's your favorite place to eat or drink in Seoul." Let's see. I feel like it would be foreign food, actually, because you can always find great local restaurants in, anywhere. But when it comes to the actual, places to eat itself, I'd recommend just finding the local places that are in your area. And that's going to be really, really, really good. Now, before we continue on, we'll check out 2 songs. The first song is requested by Thao Van of Vietnam, "I Really Like You" by Carly Rae Jepsen, followed by "Thinking Out Loud" by Ed Sheeran, requested by Beatriz of Brazil. We just heard "I Really Like You" by Carly Rae Jepsen, followed by "Thinking Out Loud" by Ed Sheeran. Side note, I really think this song is so good. Just the Ed Sheeran song "Thinking Out Loud," the whole opening. They play it go boom. "When your legs don't work like they used to before." Like the whole pronunciation, the way he does the lines. He's got soul. They should call him Ed Sheer Soul. No, Ed Soul Sheer. Anyways. Alright, so thank you for writing in for my text message. Remember, if you want to write in, you can tell us about the messages that made you feel something, or messages that you sent, and when you sent them, you felt something. You can send in the message itself, or you can tell me a little bit about the situation and how you received the message, or why you sent the message. It doesn't even have to be a text message. It can be a message on social media as well. Just remember to write my text on your title before you post up your messages, and I'll introduce them the best I can during this time every week. Now, starting now until the end of our second hour, we're going to take a look at what our MA family members have been doing this week from Monday through Friday, what you're doing right now, and anything that you want to tell me, starting with my message. And our first message comes from Darcy Ann from the USA, saying, "Annyeong Benji, I checked the photo album and I like the pictures that get posted. You should comment on them too. Seeing Aaron with the flowers he received was very nice, and I do enjoy the fun you all seem to have when taking those pictures. I do think we need more pictures with Muji Bay. After all, we don't want your son to feel like he's being left out. Take care, Benji, Darcy Ann." Okay, I totally understand where that's coming from, and I completely agree. From now on, of course, I think I'm going to start holding Muji in some pictures that we take, because, of course, I think that's very important to have him be a part of Music Access. And actually, it's kind of funny because whenever we take a picture, I'm always thinking, oh, what can I do to make this more original? What can I do to make this not like a normal picture? And then you end up with some very, very weird poses. Like, it happens a lot. So, if you have any pose ideas, go ahead and let me know via the message board so I can, because it's getting weirder. Like, it's hugging and all that stuff. I don't know. If you have any, recommendations for pose, let me know. Alright, before we continue on, of course, we're going to check out 2 songs. The first song, Ariana of Mexico requested Perfect by Simple Plan, and Miyamoto of Brazil requested Halo by Beyonce. We just heard Perfect by Simple Plan followed by Halo by Beyonce. We're on My Message here for our Saturday show where y'all are the stars, so make sure to send in messages by posting under the title My Message. And our next message comes from Unita of Indonesia saying, "Hey my bae, Benji. I watched Pops and Soul, Eddie and his best friend's special last week. OMG, that was so funny, I laughed a lot. So, all this time, you're watching Pops and Soul through the television inside the booth? Is that why sometimes your eyes are not focused on the camera? Then, yeah, you keep promoting Music Access everywhere as well. And I love the way you say it, Music Access. Can't wait for the next episode. Now I know that Arirang makes everyone be best friends. You, Eddie and Tina, me and the fellow listeners. We even have a chat group on that yellow SNS and one closed group on Face SNS for the bays. For other listeners, just let me know if you want to join. Then of course, me and you, Benji. True. More than that, all of us are family. Alright, so a quick brief explanation. Eddie is he's my bro, and he is the host of Pops and Soul, and they had a best friend special that I did. Yay! Although I don't see how he's a friend whatsoever. He's like a total no, I'm just kidding. We chill, and we talked a lot about just, friendships in general. And you're right. In Arirang, I feel like it's a great place to make friends. Of course, you do have to focus on work. I'm here to do radio, not here to, chat it up with people. But, even now, I chat it up with Isak whenever she finishes. The lady who does the news before our show, I always greet her before our show starts. After our show ends, of course, we're always chilling with everybody, and it's a really, really great time. So, Arirang, one love. And for those of you who do want to join the group, the Bays, apparently, you just message Unita if you want to join, because that group is dope. They on fire. Now, before we continue on, of course, we're going to check out two more songs. The first song, Ryoko of Japan requested 완전 미쳤네 by Tiara, and Rebecca of Brazil requested Wait by B1A4. We just heard 완전 미쳤네 by Tiara, followed by Wait by B1A4. I've got to say, B1A4, they really have some great tracks going on. I think they have the production from within the team, so that's what makes the music so original. Now we're going to continue on listening to some great music. We're going to listen to two more songs. Kirine of Thailand requested 안녕이라고 말하지마 by Davichi. Oh, I love that song. And Haruka of Japan requested 나와 같은 차를 마시고 by New East. And it's the end of our first hour. Of course, we're going to continue on with our Saturday show, introducing your messages, so make sure to stay tuned. We're going to check out the song Mylene of the USA requested I Do by 98 Degrees, and be right back. We just heard Me and My Broken Heart by Rixton, and you're listening to Music Access with me, Benji of B.I.G. Our first song starting off the second hour of our show for Saturday, August 22nd was awesome. I used it as my practice song, and it's kind of hard too. You guys should check it out live. Now here's how you can listen and participate. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio application on your smartphone, and you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also visit us online at www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. Now, before we come back to more messages, we're going to check out two songs. Applause by Lady Gaga, followed by Troublemaker by Ollie Murs featuring Flo Rida. We just heard Applause by Lady Gaga, followed by Troublemaker by Ollie Murs featuring Flo Rida. I'm Benji of B.I.G, and you're listening to our Saturday Corner, My Text and Message, where we are on the My Message part of our show. Continuing on from the first hour, we're introducing your messages sent into us here at Music Access. So, let's get started. Our first message for our second hour comes from Haruka from Japan, saying, "Hello, Benji. How are you today? I am a Japanese fan. When did you guys come to Japan, and where do you want to go if you do come to Japan? I will guide you. Haha. Boku tachi wa Nihon kimashita. We did go to Japan. When is Don Nanji? No. But anyway, we went there, I think, a couple months ago now. I can't quite remember. For our B.I.G first live in Japan, which is super awesome. But we didn't get a lot of chances to shop around. I definitely, if I do get another chance, I want to just look around the city, enjoy the food, and especially go shopping. Even if I can't buy anything, just looking around and checking out the fashion, I think, is one of the best parts of just, the kind of Japanese culture. Y'all have some really, really amazing fashion. And I want in. Now, before we move on, of course, we're going to check out two more songs. The first song is Alright by Kim Yerim, and we'll follow with 1440 by Hogak. We just heard Alright by Kim Yerim, followed by 1440 by Hogak. Side note, in the middle of Alright by Kim Yerim, you hear like, that's actually it's not included as a feature, but do you know who it is? It is Cho Jung-chi. Woo! Do you know who that is? He is a guitarist and also the singer Jung-in. She's a great singer. She we play her songs on here. She's featured on Gary's track. Her husband. Yeah, random fact, right? Moving on to our next message, we have Andrea Kett from Australia saying that I'm hoping that MA cheers me up today as a close friend that I knew since childhood and I had a big major fight last night. I accused her of being jealous and she told me to get lost. I'm putting that in a polite way. We're no longer talking to each other anymore, even if I had apologized soon afterwards for what I said. She is quite a difficult person to deal with. I get it though. When it comes to fighting and difficult people, of course, that exists. The closer we are, the less often we are to fight, but the bigger the fights can be because there's so much that you're holding in. So I totally get it. It's natural. But I'm sure that eventually you will find your ways with each other and bury the hatchet. Friends that have been friends for a long time will again maybe not talk to each other for a long time, but they're bound to come together. You can pull apart two magnets, but without any other kind of outside force helping them, they'll still stick together at some point or another. And I believe you will too, Andrea. So keep your chin up, not your head down, and you'll find a way. Now, before we continue on, we're going to check out two songs. Dream Girl by Shiny, followed by Falling in Love by 2NE1. We just heard Dream Girl by Shiny, followed by Falling in Love by 2NE1. Side note, I didn't know Mino could sing that well in Dream Girl. It's pretty good. And, Fall in Love, it's a good song. Touch me over here, touch me over there, touch me everywhere. Like, I have sort of not really black colored hair. Freestyle. Alright, continuing on to our next message, we have Wilma from Australia saying, "Hi Benji, Muji, and Music Access family. My name's Wilma and I'm from Australia. Hope everyone had a great day. Can I just say, the hat you wore on Thursday was super, super awesome, but I'm curious, do you have a favorite piece of bling? And does our dearest Muji have any bling bling? May our dearest DJ Benji Muji, B.I.G, and the Music Access family be shining bright and be able to follow your dreams and hopes. Thank you all for being so incredible. Please always stay safe and well. Best wishes and take care. Thank you. Whiting." First of all, shout out to the support from Wilma. Wilma, you are an awesome person, and I'm sure that whatever day you have, whether it is No, the day should be starting up. I think it's about the same time. If I'm wrong, I'm not 100% sure. But it will be an amazing day, and may you eat some delicious ice cream. No, actually, it's winter in Australia, so may you eat some delicious hot soup. And do I have a favorite piece of bling bling? Alright, so I've mentioned on the air before that a lot of my fashion style right now is very accessory oriented. So, of course, I'm trying to improve the clothes that I wear, which means I'm mixing and matching clothes that I had and also trying to find new ways to do it. But besides that as well, of course, I have, bracelets and rings and stuff that I try to do. Lately, I think the favorite piece of accessories that I like using, as it is summer, is sunglasses. Just because, it's sunglasses are very swaggerific. On a sunny day, sunglasses really protect your eyes as well. But then, when it really comes to the blingy blingy, I think I'm a big fan of rings because I'll tell you a secret. I actually have really short fingers in comparison to my height, but I have really, really big palms, which means that my hands look big because the palms are big, but the fingers are actually not that long. So I use rings to kind of hide that once in a while because, rings take away from the fact that, the fingers are long or short. And the rings they add a good dimension, I think. So I'd say my favorite piece of accessory right now is a pair of sunglasses that I have. But the accessories that I'm planning to expand in the future are rings. Yes. Now, moving on, before we move on, let's check out two more great songs. We're going to listen to Bam by Dynamic Duo featuring Muse of UV, followed by Touch Love by Yoonmire. We just heard Bam by Dynamic Duo featuring Muse of UV, followed by Touch Love by Yoonmire. Side note, our dance teacher was in Bam, the music video. If you check out, there is a dance version of it. And it's really awesome. Go check it out. She is one of the main dancers. Alright, continuing on, we have Richie from the USA saying, "What's up, Benji? Have you been helping Kunmin with his English?" He left an English message in one of his social media posts, and it shows his improvement. Speaking of SNS, thank you for responding to my message that I left on your photo SNS. Of course, because I felt kind of bad because I was like, oh my god, I can't believe you missed that answer. And then you're like, sorry for missing the answer. I was like, nah, it's cool, bro, it's cool. Of course, it's a music access quiz. We're all playing and it's all fun and games. And when it comes to, of course, Kunmin, he did post a post on the photo SNS. It was a video of him dancing to a choreo by one of our favorite choreographers, Brian Puspos. He's super awesome. Go check out his work on the video sites if you haven't seen it. But he wanted to write to the choreographer himself and tag him in the post. So he's like, I actually went back to the company that day, and he's like, yo, Hyung, I need to give me some of your time. I was like, all right, what's up? He's like, yo, so I want to write this to someone. And I was like, okay. He's like, write it for me. I spoiled it. Yeah, guys, I actually wrote that post. I'm sorry. Kunmin is working on his English, and it is pretty good, but it's still not quite at that street cool level. It's still a work in progress, but he is working hard on improving it. So next time, if we ever do something in English, maybe he'll try speaking most of it in English, maybe. And we have Tony from the Philippines saying, "Ciao, Benji. Just dropping by to say that I'm having fun as always. Have a nice day. And also, are you having fun using your SNS?" Tony. I am having fun. It's still, like I said, I'm still getting used to it. And I'm still kind of adjusting to all this stuff. But I'm definitely having a lot of fun using it. Thinking about what to upload, what kind of hashtags to use, what kind of messages or what kind of a description should I use for these pictures is really actually a lot of fun. And I hope you guys are as excited or have as much fun as me when I put up that kind of weird stuff, because I'm having a lot of fun with it. Alright, now before we continue on, of course, we're going to check out two more great songs. We're going to listen to Roar by Katy Perry, followed by Carry On by Fun. We just heard Roar by Katy Perry, followed by Carry On by Fun. Did you guys have fun today on my text and message? Remember, if you want to write in for my text corner, go ahead and write my text on your title before you post up your message about your text or SMS messages. Or if you want to write about our message corner, go ahead and write my message on your title before sending in your messages as well. It's time to say goodbye. Our last song for today is You're My Fantasy by Robin Thicke. This was Benji of B.I.G, and as always, I'll be back.